there is no defendant in the. I'm the defendant in the case. Am I the defendant in the case? There's no victim. There's no victim to my crime, correct?
You have drug charges: possession of methamphetamine, possession of paraphernalia, and driving while suspended are your 3 charges.
Yeah, but no victim, correct?
All right, everyone. Today I'm excited to share one of the most clueless sovereign citizens I've ever come across on this channel. This guy seriously needs a law book, or maybe 5, because it's painfully clear he has no idea what's going on. Get this, he didn't even realize he was the defendant in his own case. Imagine walking into a courtroom and not knowing you're the one on trial. Unreal, right? Let me know in the comments how clueless you think this guy is, on a scale of 1 to 10. Spoiler alert, my rating goes way past 10. Now, to be fair, I don't know if this guy might be dealing with something deeper, so I'll try to approach this with some respect and tread carefully. Honestly, I can't help but feel a little sorry for him, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you feel bad for him, or are you just shaking your head? Drop your opinions below, and let's dive into this wild ride.
David Walker.
Yeah, it looks like he has 2 files.
I see that. All right, we'll next take up 2 cases, both entitled State of Kansas versus David Wayne Walker, 22 CR 398 and 22 CR 508. All right, we'll first take up 22 CR 508. This is my case. Mr. Walker, you failed to appear in front of me on July 17th for your preliminary hearing control docket. Where were you that day?
It's safe for sure, sir.
Okay, well, I issued a bench warrant bond forfeiture and set a new bonding amount of $10,000 cash or surety. Are you still representing yourself?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to continue representing yourself?
Look at me. I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at the paper. Yes, sir. Don't have any money to.
Pardon?
I guess I'll represent myself.
Okay. You understand that if you can't afford to hire an attorney, one would be appointed for you.
I don't know what he would do for me.
Okay. Well, he could provide you legal advice and perhaps advance any defenses you may have had, but if you want to represent yourself, you have that right. I just want to make sure you understand that if you can't afford an attorney and would like to have one represented you, I would appoint one for you. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And you wish to continue representing yourself?
Yes, sir.
The docket notes don't reflect if a waiver of counsel was ever signed. Do you have any notes that would reflect that he's waived counsel on the record or otherwise, Ms. Norris?
Your Honor, I just note that on December 30th of 2022, defendant stated that he would hire his own counsel, and then he had a failure to appear, and on May 5th, we did not appoint any counsel. I don't show an actual waiver, and the notes don't reflect that he did a waiver on the record. It just says that he would hire his own attorney.
Okay. Well, Mr. Walker, you've indicated here on the record that you wish to waive your right to an attorney and represent yourself. So I'm going to have you, if the jail has one, sign a waiver of counsel. Do you have a form?
I believe so.
All right. Can you read through that? Make sure you understand it. If you have any questions, be sure to ask me.
There is no defendant in the. I'm the defendant in the case. Am I the defendant in the?
Now do you guys see why I thought this guy might have some mental challenges? I'm definitely not the type to make fun of anyone with disabilities, but honestly, this guy seems to be missing a few screws. There's really no excuse for it. He was offered free counsel and turned it down, and now he's sitting there, about to sign a form acknowledging the risks of representing himself. And his very first question to the judge is, "Am I the defendant?" Can someone help me make sense of this in the comments? I'm honestly torn. Either this guy is just following the sovereign citizen script, or he's genuinely clueless. How do you walk into a courtroom and not know you're the defendant? Even if you don't know much about the law, that's a pretty basic concept to grasp, especially when you're in a situation like this. If this is part of the Sovereign Citizen Act, though, it's one of the least convincing performances I've ever seen. What do you all think? Let me know in the comments, and let's dive back in.
There's no victim. There's no victim to my crime, correct? The crime that I'm accused of, there is no victim in the crime.
The state of Kansas, you have drug charges, possession of methamphetamine, possession of paraphernalia, and driving while suspended are your 3 charges.
Yeah, but no victim, correct? No victim in the crime? No victim?
I'm not sure I understand your question and what that has to do with your waiver of counsel.
Well, I'm the defendant. There must be someone making a claim that
The state of Kansas is making the charges against you, Mr. Walker.
The state of Kansas is the victim.
The state of Kansas charged you with these crimes. Do you wish to represent yourself, or do you wish to have an attorney representing you?
I will represent myself.
You've got a waiver of counsel in front of you, correct?
Yes, I suppose so. Why do I need to sign? Why do I need to sign it? Why do I need to sign this?
Because I like to have it documented in the file that you understand that you have a right to have an attorney representing you, and that if you can't afford to hire one would be appointed for you. And you understand that, and knowing those rights, you wish to represent yourself. That just documents that for the court file.
What I don't understand is why there is charges against me when there is no victim.
All right, Mr. Walker, I'm not going to play this game this afternoon. I'm going to set this case in front of me on...
This guy definitely needs to get his questions on the record, because some big ones are coming up, like, am I incarcerated right now? And are you the judge? Seriously, though, he really needs a reality check. I'm starting to think this sovereign citizen might be faking it, either playing dumb or pretending to be crazy. Asking the judge if he's the defendant on the record could be his way of acting clueless, maybe trying to set up an appeal later on. For those who don't know, there's a legal strategy called ineffective assistance of counsel, where defendants claim they didn't fully understand their rights or the charges against them, hoping to get the verdict overturned. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this guy is trying to pull off something like that. What do you all think? Is he faking being clueless, or is he genuinely this lost? It's hard to say, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below, and let's dive back into this.
Trying
to understand.
Mr. Walker, your case is being set on October 10th at 2:30 in front of myself, and that will be done by Zoom. That's the felony preliminary hearing control docket, October 10th at 2:30.
Your Honor.
You got a $10,000 cash or surety bond on that case.
Yeah. I was wondering if I would be able to have access to certain legal things to be able to put my case up.
I believe they've got a law library there at the jail. I'm not sure what kind of access they provide to you, but you can consult with somebody there at the jail.
Okay.
All right. I'm now going to take up 22 CR 398. This is Judge Webster's case. Looks like you failed to appear in front of her on July 31st. She set a new bond for $6,000 cash or surety. You've already had a first appearance, so I'm going to set this in front of Judge Webster on October 30th at 9 o'clock in the morning. That will be by Zoom. October 30th at 9 o'clock in the morning. So again, your bond is $6,000 cash or surety. Anything else on this case, Ms. Norris?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Your Honor, was the time for court on October 10th for 22 CR 508, was that 2:30?
That's correct.
Just clarifying. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, we'll be in recess. Mr. Walker, you.
This guy is definitely not getting out of his situation anytime soon. It's unfortunate that he didn't take the opportunity to get free legal counsel, though I think I understand why. Sovereign citizens often get tangled up in their conspiracies and beliefs, but what I don't get is why they won't at least accept standby counsel. The law will eventually catch up with you, no matter what. So, if they truly believe the court has no jurisdiction over them, why not just refuse to engage altogether? Honestly, I'd have more respect for that than watching them stick to their bizarre scripts. It's like they get so wrapped up in these odd ideas that they can't even make a smart choice when it's right in front of them. This guy was offered help and turned it down like it was some sort of trap. Now, he's in a worse position and doesn't even understand the basics of his own case. I do feel for him, though. He might be dealing with some mental challenges, but that still doesn't justify diving into the sovereign citizen mindset. These people act like they're above the law, but the truth is, the law doesn't care what they think. The court system will come after them no matter how much they argue. It's honestly sad to watch, even though it's kind of entertaining. Just imagine if this guy had some common sense, he could have had help navigating the legal system. Instead, he's out here asking if he's the defendant. It's really unfortunate. Let me know in the comments what you think about this whole court hearing. This one was pretty wild, and this guy might be one of the most clueless people I've come across. Do you think he's pretending to be clueless, or is he genuinely lost? Either way, it's been a total mess for him. Thanks for watching. If you want more content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.